It was a good college basketball game. Congratulate Jans and those guys protecting their home court. To me, three things. The start of the game for us was just unacceptable. You can't dig a hole like that. The first 8 minutes of the game, the first 2 4-minute periods in the 40-minute game, but give them credit. I think they fed off the crowd. They were the more physical, aggressive team the first 8 minutes of the game, so now we're playing from behind. Give them the credit. We understood what we were walking into today. Just didn't get it done early. Then in the basketball game, really it was a difference in rebounds and free throws. They make more free throws than we shoot, but I have no major complaints on the officiating. Hard game to official. I thought they were the more aggressive team, and they did a good job drawing those fouls. So, but the free throw differential was big. To overcome that, you got to do something special in the game. And then finally, third, most important, is just the rebounding. We had one offensive rebound at halftime. We're out rebounded 15 or 20 at half. So for our point of view, is the rebounding, the free throw differential, and the start of the game. Other than that, there's some positives. We fought back to get this game into overtime. I think speaks a lot of our team and what we could be. When you get down to late in the game, winning time, it's going to be the team that makes the fewest mistakes. We missed a couple blockouts, and then our shot selection wasn't where it needed to be late. But give Mississippi State the credit. They were the more aggressive team. They played great today at home. It was a good college basketball game.
We'll start at the front right here. I guess, what was the most difficult part about, the matchup with Karen Matthews and Keyshawn Murphy on lob?
Yeah, two physical guys. Really put their bodies on the line. Jans does a good job getting them to their spots. Obviously, as the game went on, they were posting us with our size mismatch, but you're looking at time and score there. So you make a commitment to really try to stop the three, and we just made some critical mistakes. What we all should have saw is a couple of post moves in those moments, but they were still getting to their game plan of inside-out threes even after we tried to adjust. So, I think they were disciplined today. I wasn't in their huddle, but pretty obvious to me that they were doing what they were trying to get done, and we just had too many critical mistakes in big moments.
In the middle of the back.
Coach, obviously a hard-fought game, wire to wire pretty much after the second half. Coaches always talk about these type of games is really when they find out more about their team. They learn more about their team. They learn from these games so that they can win other games. So what would you say that you've learned about your team tonight?
It's just a reminder for our team, this is round 5 in the SEC, so this wasn't the first time we've had some adversity or played against a really good team. But I hope what the reminder is for our players, and what we'll certainly emphasize our next practice is, we got to do what we say we're going to do, also known as discipline. You're not going to make every shot in the game. You're not going to get every call. But you got to do at some point what you say you're going to do. So on a couple of our post-defensive mistakes, we didn't do what we set up to do. And so it's been a strength of our team with our veteran players to be able to help the guys, adjustments, whatever you want to call it. But tonight we just made some mistakes that we just couldn't overcome.
Coach, Matthew Morrell, obviously not 100%, playing in and out of the game with a heating pad on the bench, but then also stepping up in the biggest moment of the game, knocking down a 3 over State's arguably biggest and best defender. What do you see about the toughness about him today?
Yeah, I thought Matt played with a lot of courage today. This game's important to him. Matt's been in Mississippi for 5 years now, and so he understands this game as much as anybody. I thought he played the game with a lot of courage today. A big play in the game was the breakaway layup, and the Matt Morrell I know goes and dunks that ball. Did that decision have something to do with his health? I don't know. I don't want to speak for Matt, but that was a big play in the game. But Matt played really hard today. He played with some courage. He's overcome a little bit of adversity, as are most players in college basketball right now. It's January. There's not a lot of guys out there feeling 100% healthy right now.
Go in the front row and the far right.
With Malik Dia having 19 boards against Alabama and then 2 today, I know he played 18 minutes, but how do you kind of explain that fluctuation?
Yeah, I think the first 8 to 10 minutes of the game was really disappointing to me, just our competitiveness, not just Dia. It's a team sport, many of his teammates. So I'll leave it at that. We need Dia to play. We need him to play well. Should have he played more today? Maybe, probably. Those are decisions coaches have to make. What we were doing was actually obviously working. We got back in the game. We had a chance to win the game. The game went to overtime. But certainly Dia is one of our best players. He needs to be on the court for us.
Standing in the back left here.
You mentioned the crowd earlier in your opening statement. I mean, did the loudness and intensity of this place kind of disrupt what y'all were doing early?
Me personally, no. I've been doing this a long time. It's a great college basketball crowd, and everybody in the SEC has a home court advantage. For our players, fair question. And, we got some older veteran guys with a lot of pride, and that was what I was kind of asking them at halftime. So, you say somebody's not ready to play, you say somebody looks soft out there, you're lacking the physical. Guys don't want to hear that because we don't have soft players, but it's possible the toughest of competitors can still, have some bad possession. So it'd be a great question for our players because I didn't think we came out with the physicality that was necessary to take their first punch.
Last question in the middle.
Yeah, Chris, do you think bad matchups for Dia or just bad game?
I don't like to comment on that kind of stuff till we watch the film. Dia's a talented guy. We needed a paint presence today. We needed some rebounds today, and we didn't need another guy out there shooting jump shots or fadeaways. But this isn't on Dia. This is a team sport. He's one of our best players. We'll study this film. We'll get better, and hopefully he can respond as I can respond, and all of us need to respond.